What's going on, guys? It's Chris here, and today we are doing a fireplace build. So when we bought the house, it just had a big blank wall here, and we just wanted to fill out our living room space a little bit more. So me and the wife threw some tape on the wall so we can get a picture of how we want it to look. So right now we found a electric fireplace on Amazon. We looked at 5 billion different ones. We found one that looks really nice that's under $300. I'll link that in here whenever we get it in and throw it on the video. And then we're going to continue to use our same TV, which is a 55-inch TV, but I'm going to make it so if we do decide to upgrade, it will fit in that space as well. But this is where we're started. We're going to do a little, I believe it's called a mantle on the bottom, but the little step out from the fireplace as well. At least that's what we're doing as of right now. Things can change as we go. And then we're going to build it all the way up to the top. So we have actually cut out our baseboard now. So this is a really easy step. I should have filmed it, but I forgot. But we just use the multi-tool. You literally just cut into it. Just be careful not to go too deep. There's really no reason to. And then you pop the trim off and it literally just pulls off. I use this chisel and then just got behind it just enough to be able to pull it out. Alright, so we set up the beams now, and I used our square, basically just to square it up, make sure it's all good to go. So this thing lined up perfectly, so we are sitting square, and it is exactly 88 inches going all the way across, from the front 88 and then from the back 88 as well. So everything is perfectly square with our current setup. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm going to go outside and we're going to build this front frame now. So since it's 88, these are 3.5. So then you'll just minus 7. It'll be 81 inches across, and then I'm going to use the entire length of the 2x4 again to go all the way up. So we should be golden. Alright, so we cut 2 81-inch boards right here, and these are just the entire length of the 2x4. And now this should be the frame for the centerpiece of our fireplace. Alright, so day 2 of the project. Right now I'm kind of trying to decide where I want to put the fireplace exactly, so I've been drawing out different little markers here just to test it out, and my kids decided to sign it as well, a little dinosaur on there. But so I'm gonna cut some boards to go in here and just place them out and kind of see where we like them at. So I'm gonna cut 2 78-inch boards right there, so I can kind of place it in there, get an idea what the fireplace would look like. And then for the mantle, I think I'm gonna put a 4x4 in here. So I'm gonna cut a 78-inch 4x4 where the mantle would go, and then after that I can kind of get a placement idea for the TV as well. And then I'm gonna slide this back out, drill everything in place, and then slide it back in.
Hey, if you guys got something out of this video, hit that like and sub button. I try to put a lot of time in it, make this, and hopefully helps you guys out.
Alright, so we have framed it out a little bit more. We've got our fireplace nice and framed out right here, so that should be the exact dimensions based off the information I found online. And then this is going to be to support our mantle, because we're thinking about getting like a live wood mantle to put in this, so I wanted to have a thick piece right here, which is definitely going to add some weight to this frame. And then at the top, I'm about to frame out 16 inches on center, so that should be just all the way across. We're just gonna do 16 just to keep it a little bit uniform. So we brought the frame inside, had to straighten a few things up, and now we're about to make the box for the entertainment center area. So I'm basically going to build a little ledge that goes all the way back, and then I'm going to put a hole when I do get the wood inserts, or like the wood that I'm going to cut for this. I'm going to put a little hole right on the side for a outlet or a surge protector to come through, and then we'll have a little surge protector back there, so we'll have plenty of outlets, and then we'll also have plenty of room for like a PS5 or whatever the heck we're going to put in here. So alrighty, so we got the top one built, and now we're just putting it in there. So like on this one, I'm gonna do the same thing. Pretty much just put the screws in on the side, and then there's two spots right here. So I'm gonna tap it in right there, and that'll put it right on the stud, and then same thing over here. The only other stud I could find was specifically this one right here, and the reason for that is there's just so much random crap behind here, nothing's on 16, so we're gonna go ahead and get this drilled in. Should be nice and easy, and go from there. Alright, so I think this is day 2, day 3, I don't even know at this point, but we went to Lowe's today. We picked up some drywall, some wood to make that bottom hearth, which I cut that out. We haven't cut the top board yet. We didn't really do too much today. We spent a lot of time there kind of debating what we wanted to do for the final like face product of our fireplace, and we ended up deciding to go with sheetrock and then board and batten the entire thing. Alright, I've made some progress. I completely forgot to record the video, but we got the fireplace in, and this thing actually looks pretty sweet. There's only one little gripe, but I only paid $230 for this thing off Amazon. I'll put the link in the video, but there's like dots you can kind of see. That's like my only gripe, I would say, with the entire fireplace. But got the drywall board up. I decided to do the sides first, so this side will overlap and go back. I just thought that would look better. So like this one comes up to the edge of the mantle, and then this one comes over to cover that edge, and then obviously we're gonna tape and mud and do all that stuff. But I've also built the box. I put a hole in it for the cable to come through. So once we get it, I'm gonna get one of those little, it's 1.5 inches, so like the cables that you run, when you run the cable through your desk, there's usually that little plastic O-ring that goes over it to give it a nice like finished look after we get it all said and done, just so it kind of looks really professional. Alright, we got the drywall up now, and I'm about to cut up the corner right here. Give you guys the front row view. Alright, so next little update is we built the bottom piece right now, and I already cut the top piece to the hearth, the flat piece that goes across, and I'm about to go out there and use the router and give it like a nice little edge to it. thing did a really good job. So this is pine as well, so it's a little harder. But it ate right through that. This thing kicks ass, man. That thing is clean. I'm super impressed with that router. I just got it the other day, so this is the first time I've been able to use it across an entire piece. Alright, so I've got the wall mount built right here. So this is going to be mounted directly into the wall. I used just a 2x4 for the main structure, and then sized it out for my shelf, the box that I made. And then I just used little pieces of trim and the brad nailer just to make this thing so it fits in there nice and cozy. Alright, so we're just lagging our last bolts in. So we'll get this side over here. So that's what our banter is going to look like. I think it looks really good. Really digging it. Alright, so we are on to mudding, and we're getting this thing all nice and squared right now. Just doing the first coat today, then we'll go back and do a second tomorrow, and then we'll throw the trim up, and then I guess painting and just throwing everything in will be good. Alright, we got the mud on the wall. It's taped up. Didn't even bother to film that. Probably a good thing, because you could watch any other YouTube video in the entire world and be better off than what we did. But needless to say, after 16 coats and 300 fixes, alright, I guess you did okay. Alright, so we've got all the trim up now, and I'm just gonna give you guys like a little warning. Make sure you don't fit this thing too tight for your fireplace. I had it fit like perfect, and when I put the trim over it, it made it too tight, so I had to like get under here, undo this screw, and just like slightly tap it out so it would fit in. Now it still fits perfect, but it was just a pain in the butt. So currently the wife's going around caulking the rest of the side over here. Usually I do the caulking, but this time she is. So, but we're getting close to being done. Alright, so I decided to lighten up the stain on this a little bit so it pops a little bit more against the black. So I just went and picked up a new sander as well. As you guys can tell, I'm kind of a Flex fanboy, I guess you can say. They've been good to me so far, so why not? But just picked this thing up. Kind of excited to test it out, see how it does. So we're gonna throw this thing over here. Probably throw it in some fast motion, but we'll let you guys watch the sanding. Yeah, lighten it up a lot. I think it looks really good like this. This thing looks amazing. So mixing those two colors together, this time I just did it as I was doing it, I think made a big difference. So that dark walnut, I did that really light and then went over it with the red mahogany, and it just gave it like a little bit more character than it had before, I believe. There's a little bit more red into it. So this is the color black we decided to go with. Does it say it on there anywhere?
It's tricorn.
It's called tricorn black. The beautiful, majestic black.
It's actually very popular. As I was standing there, another lady came up and ordered it.
It's got purple in it?
I don't know.
No, it looks
No,
like
it's black. I think it's got a brown undertone. We didn't actually throw up a sample. We're just balls to the walls going.
We didn't sample this one.
Nah, I knew I'd like it, so don't bother.
It works. The first stroke of the brush.
I haven't painted in so long.
Can't see because your elbow's in the way.
I'm sorry, I'm painting black here.
Oh yeah. It is a deep black. Looks nice.
So pretty.
All right. We have got the first coat of paint on now. The wife stayed up till 2 a.m. knocking this out, and now we're gonna go get the second coat on. After we get the second coat on, it's pretty much just throwing the mantle on and throwing the hearth together and putting the fireplace in, hanging the TV, and this project will be completed. All right, it is time. We finally finished the project, and here it is. I think it looks great. It turned out, honestly, even better than I expected. I really like how this black accents like everything in the entire kitchen. We're still cleaning up right now from the job site, more or less, but this thing turned out amazing. Like the fireplace, for spending 230 bucks on that thing looks gorgeous. I think we're probably all in maybe like 1,200. I'm gonna say that, but I bought tools, so I don't know if it really counts. So maybe like $1,000 to do this entire thing. So I feel like it turned out amazing. All right, so I just want to show you guys how I ran the vent for the fireplace. So I just put a panel in over here and screwed it in, painted it just on the outside. I think we're gonna end up painting this too. We just didn't when we put it up. And then our vent is still over there, so it has plenty of air getting to it. It's not gonna cause any change with our return. There's just a lot of volume in there. And then this gives you the equal amount of air that this had on the other side. It's just like extending the duct slightly.
Hey, if you guys made it to the end of this video and you liked the video, hit that sub, hit that like button. I appreciate you guys watching.